Hello there. We're going to be doing a quick overview of Helga here. Helga, who is very binary. She is either absolutely phenomenal or fairly mediocre in what content you're running her in. So, the content where she excels is really just the Styx Codex and Guild Boss 2. She has her uses elsewhere, but she truly shines in those two places. The reason for both of those boils down to the specialized attack speed and her ultimate. So she basically dishes out a massive amount of hits. And the reason for Guild Boss 2 is that she dishes out an incredible amount of stuns while doing these hits. Now, she is definitely a champion I would level and use. I probably wouldn't ever skill her though, even if she's good for those two contents. Unless it's for some reason you're extremely close to one threshold and you're running her, and maybe this extra damage would help you if you're skiller. But point is, she is very good just as is. One thing to note is that without her exclusive, I'm not sure how well you can actually make her work for Guild Boss 2, but we'll get to that when we get to the artifacts, which I'm getting ahead of myself here. Gear wise, the Infernal Roar is probably the best option. That being said, you should probably be building, for most of this, right? You're going to be building Helga something like this. So, where really the only things you care about are getting a high enough attack speed, so 500 and change, and getting some rage regen. That's it. Um, Anything else is much less important, and those are going to be the main two things that you want to focus on. If you do have the gear necessary to get everything else, that's great. That's phenomenal. But the set matters a lot less than actually meeting those stats for either of the contents that I just mentioned. And for Styx, you're probably just going to want to aim for even more attack speed and even more rage regen. Or sorry, you don't even need rage regen for Styx, just pure attack speed. In terms of artifacts, I would almost always consider just running her exclusive if you have it. If you do not have her exclusive, um, something like really just either. I mean, Wailing Skull is probably not great, but since she does have some range, you could run a Realm Tier if she's not taking any damage, so it doesn't work for the Sticks. But or Guild Boss 2, she can run a Fidget Flame. If you have Bleed Scarlet Hunt, basically the usual shenanigans for any fighter. Flux Pendant is, a mediocre option, but an option nonetheless. It's a fighter. Like there's like 20 billion semi-useful artifacts for fighters. They're all here. It really doesn't matter in the sense that what really should matter is her rage regen and speed. I honestly didn't even look at her awakenings. I would not necessarily try to go for any Helga awakenings. She does her job on the two things that I mentioned already extremely well. Like if really you wanted to do even better for some reason on stun phase on Guild Boss 2 on Codex, sure, go ahead and push for A5. But I don't I'm not sure I see the point really. She is a good champion to have for somewhat niche content. She is phenomenal in Guild Boss 2, but I would not try to necessarily invest in her too much. So yeah, that's about it. Cheers and have a nice one.